Good morning, Roy. Happy Tuesday. Happy Consumer Confidence Day. What we got today? Ask the big boy. No, I didn't think 2 years ago I'd say those words. Yeah, you got Bowman speaking now too. Uh, no trades for me. You can see the levels that we drew out the zones we had yesterday. Look at them; they played out all overnight too. So we're going to keep them where they're at. We have not adjusted them. We have left them alone. So kind of if you're looking for your best short opportunity, it's going to be around this high. And if you're going to look for your best longs, it's probably going to be around this low. So if we break either one of those, should be a interesting day. I did look last night. Volume on yesterday was complete garbage. So you saw that with the chop. So even though the rollover is done, and you had, I think it was 1.6 million different trades going to happen yesterday. That was still down from about average of 1.9 million. So open interest from Friday dropped yesterday that we saw last night. So that's interesting. So we might just see people sitting out. I read a thing. I get, NASA from Frogman from Twitter. I get his daily little recaps, and he thinks that rotation might be over. That we've already seen the rotation, and that's kind of why we're seeing just the chop and the blah and the what we got going on right now. So very interesting. His thoughts were very interesting on it. So yeah, right. And also we're leading into October 10th. You have, I think, Apple has an event, and the robo taxi stuff with Tesla. So the 1st of October, you've got a lot going on. So Apple is going to be an interesting one to keep an eye on, to be honest with you. Yep, I didn't. Ain't that something? Are we getting old Tesla back? Nvidia is just hanging around at split price. Yeah, wow. Wow. So funny thing, I was kind of looking through my long-term port a little bit last night, and I remember buying Apple 185, 190, added those two, and I was worried that I was buying the top. And here you are sitting at what 228 right now, and I'm like, wow, okay. I've got yeah, I've got spot 405. I'm like, wow, yeah. I wish, I wish I can write a call. I can write one. So I'm not going. Dude. Roy, you're one. Say something again. That's the echo. Let's see why it's not showing that you're coming through audio. If anybody's out there, like, subscribe, and let us know if you can hear Roy's audio. Because me answering Roy's questions or Roy answering my questions, you can't hear him. It's not doing y'all a bit of good. Sorry, we are today is our day to order our tailgate food, and I'm getting blown up what we need to do because we've got an early game. So I'm sure it's going to be 2:30, but let me look and see. Do do do. What? I guess I was wrong on the 2:30. Looks like they're going to be a night game. Six on ABC. We are on ABC at 11 a.m. Baby. Woo! We have to be at our spot and dropped off by 6 a.m. Is right. I am not looking forward to it. Well, that ought to be a classic. Let's see. Let's pull this up and see. And I guess I could have listened to it here. Listen to it here. No Roy. That makes absolutely no sense. I have not changed anything, so I don't know why all of a sudden it's not capturing your screen capture. Uh, hmm. We're going to transition to a no page and now say something, Roy. Still not coming through. I don't get this. Let's see. Should be capturing the screen. Yeah, okay. That's where you always come through. Let's add. All right. How do we add audio? That's me. I don't want me. That's you. Let's refresh and see if you come back with audio. All right. Say something. You are not coming through. You hear me being loudly on the thing. So, guys, we're going to, yeah, yes, try that. Y'all see it live as it happens. Hmm. Are you there? Oh, wow. I don't know what I just did. I got you. Ooh, hang on. Hang tight. Don't do anything. Uh, I don't know if I just messed something up worse or if I fixed something or what. I think I might see the issue if I can get it back up. There you are. Let's go like this. Transition back to that. Say something for me again. Say something now.
3, 4.
Could be
We're
there.
There we go.
You are. I gotta turn it down on my side because you are loud through here, but it's not you, it's me.
There we go.
Yep, Howie said that's it. Thank you, Howie. Dirty Harry.
Perfect.
What's up, Dirty Harry? Is this the Dirty Harry I think it is? We were just chilling. You said you have taken a trade?
Yeah, I took a combine long. So I did the fibs lines from the low this morning at really the low last night and to the high, and we had a basically a little inverse head and shoulder kind of forming.
Yep.
Right at the break at the 5782, I just took a long there to the next fib 5786.
Perfect. Let's see, we still got
Looks
you
like,
talking,
yeah.
but I can't hear you that way. But it's okay. I got you.
I mean, it's like just what on the 3 minute candles, it's like 10 straight green candles.
Well, good job joining us, Harry. We're glad you're here, buddy.
Yeah.
Sit back and learn something. You got some big orders sitting at 5780. 5780. That puts us right around VWAP. Puts us at the bottom of this little zone here, which would be another opportunity. I haven't taken a trade yet. We've got 13 minutes till open or so. You've got orders sitting up top, 5790 above, 5795, all the way up to 5800. So would not be surprised if we do get a 5800 test today.
Yeah, that's what I thought yesterday. And then right at the open, it just went splat.
Yeah. You got more orders sitting up there today than you had yesterday, though, and they're stacked. They're stacked from right below 5790 all the way up to 5800. And then we will look at them. You don't see them as good here as you do on Bookmap, but see these stacked orders here, 90s, they're stacked. You get up top, you got a few stacked here, and then you got them stacked right at 80. So you'd like to see these kind of consolidate some and start to move up, and that should pull the price up with it. But right now, you got this big area 5792, 5790, and then to the downside, you got 7925, which is right on VWAP, 5780, 5780, 50, So, but then you don't have anything stacked below that. So, just a little thought there. Morning, real easy.
Yeah, I'll probably get 5780 type test prior to open, I would say, or right at open.
So let's
That's
look.
point of control now.
Here's your volume profile. So actually, so if you go to 5780, you can see that's where it starts to come back out. So that would be definitely a good spot for long. Just looking at our volume profile here.
I think your chart may be frozen.
Wonder why that's the case.
Yeah.
It is frozen for sure.
Yeah.
Here. Why are we not frozen? Here. Let me go here. Always something. I don't want you. Always something going on. There we go. Look at me fixing things on the fly this morning. And this is
Yeah.
we got this volume right here. So that's definitely something to keep an eye on this morning in the long term. But if you look at the 4 hour, it's actually, there it is there still. So, yeah, that's pretty much all of September so far. You can see how big of a level 5,700 is, can't you?
Yeah, I was going to say that it looks like a prime target if it wants to break, but it doesn't look like it wants to break.
Yeah, the crazy thing is if you do break above this, there's nothing there to look at for it. So
Yeah.
let's go back to the 5. So we got 10 minutes till open. I'm still going to watch this. I want to see a test down here before I do anything, or possibly if we get into open and come up here, we could look for a short. You just got to be careful. If we have a big run there, it could push through it. So definitely want to see some kind of rejection. You got CBD sitting at plus 1,600, and I actually reset it about 20 minutes ago. So that's pretty strong for pre-market. So I don't know about.
Yeah, it's time to be patient. Again, it's done pretty strong. NQ is 20,140. It's at the top of its Bollinger Band. ES at the top of its Bollinger Band. It's done the move. Done a move.
We hadn't done this on NQ while we're waiting for an open. Why don't we look at NQ?
Yeah.
Let's clear everything we got on it so far. We're going to do a same way we did with ES. We're going to look at some levels while we go up. Look at that. You had a low here, higher low, came back, tested it, and then bounced back up on it. It's pretty interesting to look at.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah. I'm just sitting here putting I forgot I had my tool lock still. I'm sitting there clicking on it nonstop, adding all kinds of charts there. There we go. Still on maybe up there. Let's go to hourly.
Gold 2660.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Yeah. It's gonna get to 3,000 before we know it.
I don't know what just happened there. Doo-doo. Got a few little levels here now. See what something just to look at on NQ. This level. Pretty simple when you kind of play with it.
Yeah. This would be the definition of buying at resistance.
Yeah.
Yes, it's gone a little ride the last few hours.
What has?
Yes.
Yeah. Once
Never
again, just
pretty
like that,
long.
we had a hard sell-off overnight, and I hadn't looked to see what the news was on the sell-off. Let's see. It started around 5:30 this morning. You see some news from Germany. Economists lower 2025 growth forecast, but that shouldn't
do that. Yeah.
much, no?
Yeah, it was like a 20-point drop within that 30-minute span.
Yeah, and I'm not really seeing anything. I mean, you had European central banks. Mueller was talking. Maybe.
Let me check the dollar. See what the dollar did. Old Dixie. Yeah, no, nothing really on the Dixie. It had a steady rise, but nothing out of the ordinary. The VIX showed it.
But you're not.
Yeah.
There's no news really that comes.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
You had Redbook this morning after. It was Redbook's really nothing, so.
Is there any Middle East stuff?
I mean, you had one thing where Israeli's military chief, we must not give Hezbollah a break. Attacks will be accelerated today, but that was after the drop. That was actually on the bounce there. So
they're accelerating attacks.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm not really seeing anything that stands out, so I don't know.
Yeah, it was an odd drop. I was up at that time and saw it, and I thought, don't really see why this is dropping. And then it probably think everybody else saw it the same and bought it back up. Yeah, your Globex last night, we had a drop, just kind of hung around, and then it was just slowly ticking up. And then I guess after the Monday Night Football doubleheader, people were like, "Oh, we're going to gamble again here." And bought.
Right.
But
Yeah, I mean, it's just nothing that really should have moved the market that much. So, but low volume, there's no telling.
Yep.
We've got 2.5 minutes to open here, so we got news. So yeah, everybody don't forget we have news coming out at 9. So be aware. We will try to warn you beforehand, but if you are holding position at that time, be careful.
Yeah, that news will move the market. That's not a
Consumer confidence is going to move the market. There's no doubt.
Yeah.
So, no doubt at all. Well, I love just sitting here making up stuff to talk about. So we're gonna get our here before open. What are we gonna do? We got a minute and a half or so. Minute and a half. So Roy, we didn't talk about it yesterday. Your college pick of the week was a disaster again, but you did hit your NFL pick, so good job on that. I mean, your football team. Are you ready to quit on college or what? You hitting the transfer portal?
I would. 0-4 on college. I had a garbage touchdown and a blowout to go over on my pick, so that read. And then my NFL pick covered by like 30 points. So yeah, maybe NFL is just my gig right now. But college football actually has some pretty good games. I know the Open's about to happen in a minute, but next week's gonna be, or this weekend's gonna be fun. There's some good games.
Yep, for sure. All right. 40 seconds or so. We're testing the 8 EMA bouncing so far. Let's see what we do at open. Interesting to see what MOO is going to be this morning again. We talk about it every morning. It gives us this quick pop at open, then it's pretty much done, but it's still interesting to look at.
Mm-hmm.
CVD's coming back some. It's down around 1,100 now, so that's a little interesting to watch.
Yeah, it could have a drop to view after the open and see what it wants to do.
What I would love to have happen. All right, here we go. Ding, ding, ding. Market is open. Here we are. Let's see what happens. Here comes our drop down. Is he going to get me my test I want? Like I said, we're not going to buy randomly at it. We're going to wait and see if we do get it, what kind of reaction we get off of it, and then be ready to go. It is MO imbalance. S&P 500 is plus 75 million. NASDAQ was down minus 15 million. Dow plus 7 million. And the Mag 7 plus 10. So those numbers are actually down from what they have been. So here we are at best. We're going to go on and see if we can get a feel here. There we go.
I'm going to hold off. MACD is not looking very good.
We'll keep it at this 618 level. If it breaks below that, we'll relook. Lebanon says 6 killed in Israeli strike on the southern Beirut. That's a lot going on there. CVD is still holding 800. It's not tanking with this move down, so it's a little bit of hope here we might bounce. So we're risking 750 to make 1,500. So 2-to-1 risk reward. I'm fine with that. If we get the move back up, we're not going to add anything to this position. We're just going to sit here. This is a combine. This is not an XFA. We will wait till after 9 before I even look for a trade in XFA.
Yeah, no point in rushing that.
Right back at VWAP again. So you got a few orders flashing back to the upside. So interesting. Would love to get a move to throw this up, but we'll see.
NQ's candle is horrific.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look at Apple. Apple is horrific.
Yeah, so it's
It mirrors that NQ candle to a T.
funny that NQ now at VWAP. We'll see if it gets a little spark. It's yeah, it's liking this 5780 level right here at the open.
Yeah, we're not really getting a move either way off of it. So, be interesting to see if this next candle, if we get a big move or what we do. This 5-minute open range, what are we looking at? About 8 points or so?
Yeah, pretty good range.
It's actually really good for ES. So, we need to get above that 82.50, and then we should see 86, might even go to 57.90, which would where my take profit is, which we might. If we start moving, I would move it up, but we're not going to change this stop loss. We're going to leave it there until we get a move that would have to break, probably up here before I would even consider moving the stop loss up to close to break even. So I'm just kind of chilling. CBD is back to plus 1,300 right now, so that's interesting.
Market side, we got puts higher right out the gate, calls dropping right out the gate, but call volume has increased. Is over the 0 line. So put premium.
A little stop loss raid here, which you see a lot, right below VWAP. This is why I trade zones and not just specific levels all the time, because of these. You'll see them come to an area, like, right, let's say here, right, you're like, okay, it broke VWAP. Well, are they down here? Are they catching stop losses below VWAP and then pop it back up, or vice versa? That's why you give your trade a little room to move too, so you're not right off the bat. I think we've got 5-point stop loss in here. Typically, I don't go straight by ticks, but that kind of lined up with the VWAP. I mean, with the field levels. So
looking around the market. Yeah, Apple's still nasty. That's a nasty candle.
Yeah.
So you want to see that start to reverse on you. And yeah, it's getting a little bit of a weaker open on the Mag 7 outside of Tesla.
Yesterday we took the L and one of the 150 combines, and then we passed another 150 combine after that. So we did get another funded yesterday. We're in this 100K now. After all the moves yesterday, we ended up $400 up on the day.
Green is green.
Because I got about $2,000 down at one point. Worked it back up. So I don't suggest that at home.
Nah, it's not good for your health.
No.
Market side, you got puts, premiums still above calls. On holdings, call volumes though still above puts. On general market side, same story. So you got kind of a mixed signal on the.
What we were talking about earlier, you're seeing these orders stacked right below. So this is actually what's controlling the market. These guys right here, right now. You want to see these guys control the market, but we've got to get closer to it for these guys to control it. So,
yeah.
If you're looking for a long, if you're not looking for a long, then hey, it's all good.
It's holding that fib level pretty good.
Yeah, it's I got a feeling we're going to flush down, and it might even come down to this area before we pop. But we'll see. If we've got to regain VWAP there, or it's lost cause. But we'll see what we're here for. We're here for your entertainment, and I hope you find us entertaining now.
Yeah, and NQ is slightly above VWAP. It's 3-minute candle starting to turn green. We wicked off of it. So ES is battling. If it's going to go, it's going to need NQ to go to bring it up. Calls have an uptick, puts slight downtick, but calls are still below the zero line. I'm right. Am I right? Yeah. Just right. Yeah.
This is what we were talking about yesterday. Look, going back and looking at the smaller time frame. Look at the 1 minute. You see right here where it's supported. This was definitely a area of consolidation, and they're defending on the 1 minute to keep it breaking down where there's 90 orders. So we'll see if it does break this area. We should get a good run down. We shall see. Let's go back to 5 minute. You're getting these lower wicks, which is a good sign for a long, but if you look yesterday, we had wicks everywhere. So
Yeah, it was a crazy start to the morning. It was hard mode.
I was noticing. I went back and looked yesterday, and we glance over at it. Look at all these wicks, both directions, everywhere. There's so much indecision yesterday, all day.
Which is no shock that it just wrapped around VWAP all day.
Yeah,
Most of the day. Here, just a reminder here, we're only 9 minutes into the market, so any missed trades or anything like that, just don't panic. It's important to keep that in mind. So, as we've bounced off VWAP here on NQ, let's see if I can push ES over. I'm not in any trade. I'm still waiting, rooting on money. You get a spike in calls. Calls are now above the zero line and have crossed on puts, and they're rising fast. Wow, that is a large amount of move. Calls are just spiking hard, actually. It's interesting.
Test here than a pop. So
yeah, so flow is not matching the chart by any means. That's
CBD is actually below 1,000 now, so that's interesting.
Yeah, so this is where I get myself in trouble because I think, I'm going to get the bounce, but just hold back, see what plays out. But yeah, calls are spiking, puts are dropping, calls continue to spike. Granted, it is early, and it's only 10 minutes in. We do have data in 20 minutes.
Yeah, and I want to be clear of this before then, but we'll see what happens. Like I said, we're in a combine, so
Right.
$750. We're not going anymore. You notice you don't see me moving my stop down to. If it hits it, and we'll be fine with it, and we'll find another play.
So calls ticking down, puts. I can't quite tell.
CBD 600.
Yeah, they're ticking down as well. NQ retesting VWAP here on a nasty candle, on a good candle on the 3 minute. So you get some mixed signals here.
And the video had a monster candle, and it's coming back.
Yeah, I think that must have been NVIDIA, just NVIDIA options that pushed that, because it was just an obnoxious spike, and now it's starting to calls are starting to trend back, puts are starting to trend up on the holdings. So it seems to me it had to be NVIDIA of some sort.
We're got close to our stop loss. Didn't take us out yet, but we shall see. We need to go back and test VWAP, or if not, it's going to be a trend down day. CBD is 300 now. Got a little pop there, 500. So you've got some buyers stepping in a little bit here. Let's see if it's enough of them to push it, though. That's the key.
Flow is pushing up. Calls are pushing up on market's high now. Puts are falling. You've got
CBD's falling again, 100.
Yeah, this is just a mixed bag. Flow is saying up, everything else saying down. Calls pushing on general market, and then on holdings though, their puts are still above calls on the holding side. So
Gotcha.
Yeah, maybe Maybe this week. Go ahead.
100. We could bookmap showing a lot of orders at this 70, 57, 70 area. So that could be another pot. If we do get stopped out here, we might look at re-entry down here.
NQ battling VWAP. I think they're just gonna hold it. So you got calls falling, puts falling on the holdings for SPY. This week we'll try and work. I'll work with you, Monty. We'll try and see if we get microtide showing at all times. This is pretty interesting to follow too.
We need to hook up one day after.
Yeah.
After the stream, we don't need to do it during the stream like we did last time.
Calls falling, puts falling. So looks like the indecision continues. About to get our orb range, so it's good. Go ahead.
So CBD still back to 300, so we're not really getting a move on CBD either way. It's kind of just hanging out, chilling. So it's what we do. Like I said, we need this. It needs to go back and reclaim VWAP, or this is just going to be a losing trade, and it's just going to be antagonizing until we get there.
That is a nice candle off that level, though.
Yes, he's back to 500, but it's not running away. So
calls big spike.
Gosh, Apple is tanking.
Yeah, calls with a big spike up. Sorry, big spike up.
VIX coming back.
It's pushing. Yeah, calls are now up above puts on the SPY holdings, pushing higher. This is the moment. They can boogie.
Yeah, I'm worried this might be the fake out of the day, though.
This has been the theme lately. 15-minute orb. We're looking like a range of
15 seconds.
12 points. Yeah. So about a 12-point range on the orb. That's good. That's good. Go ahead and draw that.
There it is in the red. On the charts, everybody can see it with us. Here's the move. It's to take us out, I believe, probably.
Calls rising still. I mean, this is where you can get yourself in trouble, but it's calls rising, puts are rising, but calls are above the zero line, puts are below the zero line. They have crossed on holdings as well, with calls rising and puts rising. On holdings, when I say holdings, that means all of the companies inside the SPY, so they're individual options. It's not just the SPY's options; it's all the guys inside of it. The general market tide is everybody's, the whole market's options flow. So the bias there, just kind of describe what I'm calling out.
Are they call side on the float on that one?
Call side on both, yeah.
Well, are you looking at a bullish on that side?
Yeah. You're looking at they're rising strong on holdings now. They're pushing new highs,
which makes sense. Drops you're seeing over here, so
yeah, you're getting the move.
Here comes our VWAP test. Now, if it could break VWAP, that would actually be a very strong signal here. It's at CBD's at 900.
NQ is over VWAP. It's down testing its 8. Looks like it's over the 8. So if this candle can hold, it's still got some time though. Minute 20 on the 3-minute. But calls are pushing higher.
NQ is giving you a very nice bullish engulfing there.
Calls are just going bonkers. Now, granted, this chart is scaled, so it looks maybe more dramatic than what it is. But I'll post it in the Discord. If you're not following our Discord, we'll get that information to you. Like us, subscribe, all that fun stuff.
CBD's went to 1,200 and dropped to 700 that quick. Let's see what that was about.
So I posted the flow chart. As I was taking the screenshot, you can see that little dip down. And here's your holdings chart. So you got your VWAP test, and then it just didn't have any follow through. But
Yep, could not break through it. Let's get back over here. CBD 800.
yeah, I don't think the story's done. I think data's still 13 minutes away, so it's not any runaway moment.
Well, I'm going to be honest with everybody. If it does not hit my stop loss or take profit by then, we will still be in a trade when data comes out. So might take us out here. This is not a very good looking candle.
Now, NQ though is still above VWAP, and flow is still pushing higher now on calls. There's no tick down. It's just up.
And if I was looking for anything, this candle right here at the 840 might not look like it. That's a pretty bullish candle right there. That should tell you that you get a reversal here, and we got it for a second, but we haven't been able to follow through with it yet. So we shall see.
Yeah, it's a pretty important candle. It's on the 3-minute chart. We've got 2 minutes left on the NQ, and it's now back down to VWAP and holding. Nope, just went under. Still candle hasn't closed yet. Gotta wait for the candle to close. Oh, there was a big move down.
CPD just went to 0.
Yeah, that was a big move down. You could get. You're not getting flow showing it. I mean, flow is dropping. Calls are dropping now. Puts are spiking a little. We'll see if there's any fall through. This could be a fake out, to be honest.
CBD back to 5 that quick.
NQ holding over 20,100. That was a level yesterday that we were watching. So yeah, you're getting the trend down here. So we started on the wrong side of this thing. We're just kind of battling back on the original trading. NVIDIA is now below 117.
And we're going to look for this area. If we were to take a long, CBD's gone to negative 200, by the way.
Calls dropping, puts rising on that as well. Holdings now puts are above calls, but volume is still in favor of calls. So, and when we're calling this stuff out, even though Monty's in a trade, of course he's in a combine, it can be very confusing.
Not in a trade.
Oh yeah, sorry. Stop it. It can be very confusing of what should you do, what shouldn't you do, and all that. And really, the confusion is take that as a signal of don't do anything. If you don't have to play everything, and like Monty just got stopped out. However, he was comfortable with this play. There was little confusion of what he was doing. Sometimes they work out, sometimes they don't. So you'll see. I'm kind of hanging tight, trying to find an entry. Just things are not lining up. So if we can get flow to line up with Bookmap and with the candles, that would be dynamite.
Correct.
We're getting close to data now, so you got less than 10 minutes.
I need to step away real fast
Yeah.
for about 5 minutes. Roy, can you talk about what the consumer confidence and kind of what we got coming up and why it's important? You're that guy. He's the guy.
Try to be that guy.
So we'll let him explain to you, and I'll be right back.
Yeah, good. So the most important thing right now the market is watching is whether we're going to actually be in a recession or not. By the way, calls are spiking, puts are spiking, which is pretty common heading into data. So soft landing, as you all have heard, is basically the Fed's approach to try and limit the damage of the market. So they need the market to cool off to control inflation, but they don't want it to crash, hence the soft landing feel. So that's why they raised interest rates to slow down the Main Street economy a little bit. it's very important that for a long time, Main Street sometimes does not equal Wall Street. So what you see in the stock market is not necessarily reflective of what you see in the economy, and that was pretty evident over the last few years. So the data we're about to get this morning is consumer confidence, and this is basically just as it sounds, gauging the consumer's buying behaviors. So if the consumer is showing weakness, quote unquote, then there is a fear that a recession could be happening, or is already happening, which then the market would be fearful. So the Fed has transitioned. So when it was raising interest rates for 2 years, it was fighting against Wall Street. Now that it's cutting interest rates, it is a supportive tool for Wall Street. So the fear here is that they won't be able to control a huge drop or a huge drop in the economy or a huge rise in unemployment. So you'll see the weak. You're gonna get a move off of it, and when Monty was sharing book maps, you would see all the orders basically clear about a minute or two before the data would release. So it's a 50-50 shot of what it does. It could move VS 10 points in one candle, 20 points in one candle. So you just got to be careful, be cautious, always know what's coming up. So yeah, we've had a pretty weak start to the open after a pretty strong pre-market. So I think what you're going to see here is a pushback to the median, and where your point of control line on ES is 57.78. Your NQ is right at VWAP. So I think you're going to see kind of a safety push there, and that's where we'll hang out until the data releases. Just about 2 points from here. So I wouldn't assume very much movement from here will happen. Could be wrong though. You're getting calls above zero line. They're all kind of flattening out now. I think everybody's kind of made their bets for the data, so everybody's just kind of sitting tight.
Hey Roy, I'm back. Somehow you lost you for a minute when you were speaking and came back. So
okay.
You had a major echo, and I think I fixed that. And
okay.
You are coming through loud and clear now.
All right.
So
that echo, we apologize. We know it's annoying, but we're trying to sort it out.
We hadn't had these technical difficulties in a while.
I blame Dirty Harry.
Blame you. It's always. We've got 3.5 minutes till data. So if you are in a position, be prepared. We should get a pretty good move, and then hopefully we get a direction at that point. Right now, we just kind of chopping on a little downtrend on the shorter time frames. But if you look, which at 9 o'clock also you get a 4-hour candle close, and it is a very bearish candle at this moment. So you can see on the 4-hour the trend is still up, but we are coming down to test this whole. You look from the 20th till today, this whole chop zone right here we've been in. We're right back into it. So you can see we had it here, got a pop, came back to it, pop. We hadn't come back to this one yet. So we hope we get a move in a good direction here, that could take us somewhere. CBD is negative 700.
You're getting calls rising now, puts dropping. So you're getting bullish bets heading into this data.
You've got about 2 minutes till data, so we've got about a minute and a half or so until we see orders clear, probably. It's usually 30 seconds or so before. Sometimes it's right 10, 15 seconds before. Sometimes you see it a minute before, but
Another interesting note here for you, Monty. The SPY VWAP is 570. So that ES line is 570 on the SPY.
interesting. Very interesting.
And sometimes those numbers don't mean anything. They're more of psychological. They're fun,
Yep.
fun to follow. But
Psychological levels can be very important, though. So we're going to chill. We're not going to enter a trade here. I told you we did like this 5770 area, but this close to data, there is no need to take a chance if we get there until we see something play out from it. So we've got 1 minute till data. 1 minute to data. I also noticed, Roy, when I stepped away for a second, we got a nice, like a 45-second delay. It's pretty direction today. We're not having any streaming issues according to this, though. So everything seems to be excellent on the streaming part side. I don't know why we have a delay today. I will go back to, I've edited the video where we went through levels the other day.
Yeah.
So I'm going to share that. You are seeing a few orders start to clear out here.
Calls dropping, puts rising.
You're seeing some clearing. You still see orders, but if you're looking at Bookmap, you have all the orange spots and the blue spots. You start to see those go away. And that's really what you're looking at. You're not just looking at the orders. You're looking at those hot spots. And when those hot spots starts to disappear, which we're not getting, it's not a ton of it. So
there's your data.
Very interesting. Now, some of the higher ones, the stacked high did go away there. A lot of orders went away.
Okay, there's your break.
There's the 5770 break.
Calls dropping, puts rising. Puts are now above calls on the general tide and on holdings.
Kill those fibs now.
Yeah, they're toast.
And so here's kind of where you got to be careful if you want to go short. If you're looking short, you look at the bigger time frame. You see, since we drew this zone here, how it's held up. So in order to go short again, I would need to see this 61 level break, and then I would look for it to come this way. Wow, Bookmap just flipped big time to the downside.
Yeah, negative 3,000. Tide did well. I'm going to read the data for us. Right, so you have U.S. consumer confidence actually was 98.7. The forecast was 104, so that's a big miss. The previous was 103.3, so that is a bearish set of data. The Richmond Fed Comp Index forecast was negative 12. It came in at negative 21. Previous was negative 19. So what I was saying when you were gone, and you guys heard it via a nice echo, is bad news equals bad news, good news equals good news. So you had bad news on data, hence the chart shows the downside move.
So we're going to draw the fibs down on this candle, on this move here, this big move we've had since pretty much open, right? So we're going to draw them down, and looking at Bookmap, looking at CVD, looking at this chart, I'm definitely leaning bearish at the moment, which obviously is playing out. So I want to see it come back, and I would love to see it come back and test the 5770 level.
Yeah, so that level looks good.
Might not let it do that because it's gone to almost negative 4,000 that quick.
Your favorite indicator is right below his 5-day moving average, 5752.
I figured we were going with the MACD or something. I didn't know.
Yeah,
We you saw
MACD's
all the
trending down. Puts high a day, spiked all the way up, calls coming off a cliff, puts total volume now in control. That was a huge flip on that data. Um, yeah, it's all signs pointing lower now. But
so
again, you can't rush into a trade. Just let the candle close. As tempting as it is,
here we're coming to
and
this
it's
test. So here's a good one right here. This is great.
oh
So now if we come back, if this candle closes below this zone, and then we come back and test this zone, I will take a short there. I will not hesitate to take a short there if it gives it
so
to us.
your 3 minute candle closed, and then a big boom down on the second candle puts skyrocketing, calls in the toilet. Um, yeah, and this guys is why we kind of wait for data. This stuff can flip in a heartbeat. You can try and guess it using the flow and using bookmap and all that, but until that data is released, you really can't know for sure.
This thing might run away from me before I get my chance. Well, we might get it here. CVD's gone to negative 6,000. We're going to put an order at, yeah, right about here. Uh, 55. I got it at 53. We want to see. I'm gonna tell you, I don't want to jinx this, but 57.15. If you scroll down, all the way down, all the way down, look at this 57.15 area. 259 orders. And then you've got, so you got a cluster, you got them stacked here at low a day. You got them stacked from 57, 57.25 down to 57.56, 57.55. So on this short, you want to see these move down with it. And we might have rushed it short a little bit. We should probably waited for the 63.75 break. I'll be honest with you guys. If we get here, we might add 3 more to it. USCB Consumer Confidence Report. Despite slower overall inflation and declines in some goods prices, average 12-month inflation expectations increased to 5.2% in September.
Mm.
That is nasty data.
Yeah, you see a pretty good wick happening on the 3 minute chart. Obviously, you can see it on the 5 minute chart, but it's it's not doing a violent move up. So the 57.63.75 would have been a nice area, but it just didn't quite get there. It may get there now, but looks
Yeah,
pretty
we
weak.
went on short in that one and the 152. We're going to let these play out. Now, that if you would have added up here where I was talking about, that would have been a good add so far.
Yeah, because it's now under 57.60, looking weaker. Flows in the favor. What's CVD at?
Negative 6,500.
So
You got orders at 57.50 now too that are those 187. See these stack. Here's your market movers right here though, guys. This is what's moving it. All these orders here. Need these for this play to play out. We need these to drop, which they tend to kind of want to. So, what do you say on flow, Roy? What are we looking at?
puts way above, calls in the toilet, puts now own the total volume on general market side and on SPY holdings. It's
This is another time where you give it room to run. We might get stopped out, but I think if we do, it's going to be a fake out. We need a good trend day. We hadn't had a good trend day in so long, and I'm fine with a trend day down, but we just need a good trend day. One of those where you sit back and you look and you could have made $15,000. Well, it won't. CBD's actually popped. It's back to negative 5,700 right now.
NQ was battling 20,000. So again, those psych levels are important. It's now at 20,018. You got ES popping a little bit, 57.65. I've got a short at 57.70 if it wants to get up there. Not good for your combine, but
It's once a we're not trading XFA,
yeah.
and like I said, y'all seen it before. I'll be a little aggressive in a combine than I would at XFA for sure.
Um, no change in flow. Still pretty bearish. So you've got bearish flow, bearish data, and then you had a bearish move. So the question is this the end of the move or is this the beginning of the move?
I don't think it's the end. VIX had a candle and it's kind of popping back up some now. It had that last candle was a 35 cent. Oh shoot, sorry, almost a 50 cent move on the VIX. So that's pretty big on that. When you're looking at it, it was below $16 and got down to around the 1570 and popped up to what 1620, 1625. Yeah. So here we are. How we said expected moves have dropped dramatically. And now back to normal. So, okay. This is going to take me out probably.
Yeah, puts dipping a little bit. Calls, not really seeing any activity up on that. General market tide has a slight move up on calls, slight dip on puts, but still drastically apart. I don't. Yeah, just looking for small buyers here, and we'll see if the sellers show back up.
CBD is below negative 5,000 down to negative 49 and rising a little, negative 48. So I got a feeling it's probably going to take me out here, and then we're going to. We will look from there. Let's see.
NQ steadily
got
climbing away from 20,000. 2025. So we're looking at this 70 test. It looks like it.
I'm still with you, Roy. I like that 70 test.
Yeah, I got one ES on that, and
We will see if we get it filled. Well, good job, Dickard.
how we looking? How we looking?
CBD is back to negative 42. It had got up. It was trying to break negative 4,000. Couldn't do it. We're not going to get that 70 fill, Roy, looks like.
Yeah. I don't know. Could get a little pop up here to. Yeah, puts just dropped pretty hard. I think you may get it. But we are battling the 8 on the 3 minute. So you got the bottom Bollinger Band, which is right where the 8 is on the 3 minute. both NQ and ES are now at neck and neck at the same spot, according to the indicators. Puts did come down. Calls are coming up. So you could have that pop up to the 70
Yeah,
spot.
I don't love
I'm gonna put
these wicks down here.
I'm gonna put a stop at 57.69 to guarantee 1 point. I mean, I'm very aggressive on this. This was an XFA, so if it
Look
wants
also
to,
where look where it went back up to.
yeah, wow.
Right back up to that zone. So interesting. CBD is negative 43.
Sorry, I didn't get that.
Sorry. Okay, Siri, you're good. Just chill out, girl.
You're gonna move down here.
Siri, no.
You'll need to turn on. Something went wrong.
I know. Why are you yelling at me? Everybody, did y'all tune in today to hear me have a conversation with Siri?
Yeah, you got it. That's a good bearish candle here that can hold.
Yeah, if it can hold. We got roughly a minute 15 left in this candle here. There we got you. Let's see what happened to the good 150. Did it take it out there too? It did. Son of a gun. Oh, it comes right down to the 23.6 though and held up. We're negative 5,400 again on CBD.
Yeah, the previous low at session looks to be holding right now.
Yeah. As long as we're in this zone, and look, they're going to defend this area. We talked about this area earlier. The reason they're defending this area because look, you have no volume here, nothing holding it up past here. So they're going to defend this area tooth and nail. Because if we get in it good, we should get a good drop. And probably down to the 57.50 area, I would assume, maybe. But you can't get continuation either way. We get, red candle, green candle, red candle, green candle. So, that was not pretty right there. Negative 5,800 on CBD.
Puts slightly rising on Tide. So they had a dip and now they're kind of rising again. Not dramatically though. Just looks like a kind of stopping the action, if you will.
Yeah,
but I think you're gonna get a pop here off the previous low day.
Wow, this fall in consumer confidence was the most in 3 years. That's coming from CNBC.
So that's kind of that backdrop for the GDP stuff, right?
Yeah.
On Thursday, so.
Mm-hmm.
Which, again, it kind of backs up the Fed's approach to start cutting.
Yep. It does.
Which could also, open the door for 225 basis points cuts on to end the year instead of a skip and a 50 basis point, which was
yeah. Still, what I'm looking at, and here's my thought process with the whole deal. Still curious, did the Fed wait too long before they did anything?
Yeah, I would say Wall Street didn't really say that, but Main Street most likely is screaming it.
Well, they waited, I think we were both in agreement with this. They waited too long before they started to raise rates.
Yeah, they let Omicron variant on COVID just completely disrupt their plans. I mean,
Yeah.
they they were they were so backwards. They were raising rates at the time that they were still cutting their or still adding to the balance sheet.
That's a different story there. So that's a whole other can of worms. Lord.
It's like that was bananas. But yeah, I think
Go look at their holdings now and what they're doing. They're still
yeah.
shady.
Oh, it's all shady. Very shady. Very shady. So you've got this move down, and it's just kind of consolidating around the previous low of day, but it's looks like it's starting to crack a bit.
Howie,
Um,
Howie asked a question. He asked, "Can you show me the settings to get the bid ask on the Dom fix instead of moving next to price?" No, I don't know how we got. So a little backstory here. I bought level 2 data from Top Step X. Paid for it for 1 month and I canceled it. This has been 6 months ago. So I've
all
not
right.
messed with anything. So and I still have it. So hopefully they're not watching now. Hopefully they're not watching and I'll lose my level 2 data. If they do, I will go back to paying for it. But yeah, that explains
It's
it, how.
it's a good feature. I'll be honest. I was searching in my own settings when we first started, and I was like, "Where is it getting this?"
Yeah.
Uh,
Moral of the story is buy it for 1 month and see if they let you keep it. It's $30.
this low a day is still holding, or previous low for the session is
Yeah.
still holding. What is Bookmap kind of showing?
It's showing a huge cluster around 5760, and which is right above where we're holding. We got all these. I mean, you can see them here. This is what it's showing. You see all these orders
Yeah,
stacked.
yeah.
So yeah, good luck.
NQ
Good
coming
luck.
down. You're about to get a MACD cross, potential MACD cross if you get some buying push up here. Calls falling, puts steadily rising.
I look for us to go back and test low a day. That 55, 56, you got a ton of orders from 60 down to 55. That's kind of what I want to see. And then we would kind of back up and punt from there, whether we think we get a bounce again or do we fall from it. So it is interesting spot. It hadn't wanted to climb back. I mean, it broke above, but we hadn't got a candle close above the zone. We hadn't had a candle
Yeah.
close below the zone, so we're kind of stuck in this zone right this second. So let's zoom out. We don't need to be zoomed in so much. Traders boost odds a half point November Fed cuts to 50%.
Mm.
Traders raise ECB easing bet, seeing 60% chance of a 25 BPS cut in Europe. So they're thinking 25 in Europe and 50 in the good old US of A. Interesting.
Flow still showing bearish. Calls are not seeing any sort of spike at all.
I'm glad you do. Howie said he feels a lot better about himself now. I'm glad you couldn't find it. There was yeah.
So you could be potentially bear flagging off of this in this zone.
Yeah, that is definitely a possibility. CBD is hanging around the negative 55. You got 400 orders sitting at 57.60 right now, though, which is the bottom of this zone. And they're kind of moving those around.
NQ looks like it's about to test 20,000 again. It's just kind of hanging out here. And
I would love to get that 60 test here and see what we do from there. It's not sure if it'll go there. 50 negative 5,800.
NQ under 20,000.
NQ is
Calls
definitely.
continue to. Yeah, NQ is following the flow.
Ooh, it's in the play out, isn't it? Wow.
There's your crack.
Wow.
Yep, there's your crack. Here you go. There's your bear flag playing out.
Yep.
So they've 5-day moving averages. 5-day moving average 57.51. Put spike, calls drop. Both holdings and such. Let's look around the market. What do we got?
You got ugly, Apple, ugly, NVIDIA, ugly. The Mag 7, everybody but old Tesla.
Tesla. Well, little bounce here off of that bottom level, though.
Yeah, and it's struggling to get the clean break from that zone, that daggum zone. I guess I should delete the zone. I don't know.
No.
Let it go.
Not yet. I sold my ES too early. That's all right. One day, man, I'll hold on to this thing.
So we're going to wait a second here and see what this plays out. CBD is actually rising. It's negative 6,500. It kind of drop, pop.
NQ about to retest 20.
He said Tesla's ugly, but I've got I know it's only 0.6% up, so it's 251 something. I can't see the change there, but. Oh, here's where do you have balls and an XFA to take a short here. After these wicks you got on the bottom.
NQ back over 20 or testing 20,000. It's slightly above it now.
We might get the 70 test this time, Roy.
Nice.
We might not. We're going to take one here, and if we get to 70, we will add one. And then we're just going to play. Actually, we're not going to play anything there. We're going to leave it. Love for us to go to.
I do not like NQ recapturing 20,000. So if we get a
well, it's back below
here. Oh, there we go. Let's see, we're good now.
It's perfect timing there. Perfect.
Yeah. It's a pretty weak chart right now.
Oh. negative 6,400 on CVD. This is where other firms with their recent rulings and how they're doing, where we couldn't have taken a play like we just took here, where we scaled in one, looking to possibly scale in another at a higher spot there. Annoying. Not mentioning any other prop firms.
Yeah. NQ looking weaker.
We still have not gotten a candle close below this stupid zone.
Yeah, I think you may get it here. Let's see. Puts calls basically the same. Calls are falling on general market side. Puts are back near the high of the day on the premium. Total volumes and puts control. You are getting buyers though defending that level.
Yep.
And NQ back at 20,000.
Yep.
So they are showing up. But
NQ. I mean, as soon as you say it, it seems like it pops right back below it. And CBD is negative, holding negative 64, 6,500. So not really running one way or the other.
the more it consolidates here, in my opinion, the bigger the fall is going to be.
Typically, that is the case you get. So
the looking at Bitcoin just cracked under 63,000. So slightly red.
you can see where we come to. This is, you had a little spot there, and we do have this level there too. So
yeah, I would. I mean, because you're not seeing the pops get continuation.
no,
SPY 568.30, so it's now a good ways away at 570 point or so, which was VWAP. VWAP bending down. Everything's bending down, so that you have that in your favor. Flows in your favor.
Your EMA are just, I mean, it's pointing straight now.
Yeah. So if this thing can actually get a sustained break under 60, 57,
we
60,
need to
it's
close. I mean, I keep saying it, but we need to close below that zone for it to give us some continuation, in my opinion. So, and once again, the morning is kind of flying by, and it's like it's so slow. And here we go. Boom. Yep. I know you got to leave a little right at
like 20 minutes. So, yeah, 11. You know.
And once again, struggling to close below that zone. VIX is popping. It's at 16, 23, 24. Needs to break up. It's back in its, or no, it's not. It's way above its orb. It's in yesterday's orb. ES is just. Oof. Apple still looks bad, and the video looks bad. You got
Tesla's flirting with red.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Tesla's fixing to turn red. Microsoft is, it's the ugly one today. Microsoft, Amazon is not pretty. Oh my gosh, Meta. We were talking about Meta. It's almost $8 down now.
Life comes at you fast in this game.
It definitely does.
NQ now 10 points under 20,000. I swear, every time I say it, then it just pops it up. Every time.
Roy is the NQ whisperer. Whatever he says,
it's going to go the opposite. It's like college football. I will not bet your boys the whole season. Scout's honor.
You can bet State for Harry. Harry's a State fan.
State fan. All right. I like it. They made Florida look good. I was rooting for State last week because
you hate CBD's popped to negative 57, so we're getting a little move on CBD here.
Back to the minimum, back to the previous day's low. So a rejection spot here could be in the making.
Could not.
Could not.
You notice candle close. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 candles pretty much that we've closed inside this zone. Is this the one that finally breaks out of it? We got 2 minutes to find out.
Strong candle.
Yeah, I don't trust it right now.
NQ back above 20,000.
Tested the 8, rejected the 8. It's actually a halfway decent rejection off the 8 so far. So
NQ under 20,000.
Back to 20,000.
That was a nice rejection. If this candle can close red, that's gonna be, I think, all she wrote.
Well, if this candle, this 5 minute, if it can close red, I'm not looking at your 3 minutes, but this 5 minute, that would actually put us below the zone here, which is kind of what I'm looking for a breakdown further. So, so Harry responded, "Bet on us to lose."
Yeah, it's okay, man. You get the number one pick in the draft, right? That's how that works in college.
Do that.
That's what I keep telling myself about FSU. Number one pick in the
Harry,
draft.
Roy can't talk much. He's a Florida State fan, so
Yeah,
they were
we're the
top
laughing
10.
stock of the. Yeah,
I mean, when you play the toughest
top
schedule in
10.
college football so far, all powerhouses. Apple with a pop down here at the bottom, the video with a pop, and the video, that's still ugly camera. It got almost back to the orb low and rejected.
Cashy with a good level. NQ at 955.
Well, let's see here.
Flow not showing anything.
We've got 1 minute till this candle closes. Did we finally get the close below? It's flirting with it.
Oh boy, well, it tempted me.
Look, I just need 57.55.
Me.
I'm done with this. This XFA will be locked for the day, and we will move to the new one. Just give me this one move, 57.55. I don't need 55. Give me 57, 56, 75. How about that?
It wants to.
Yeah, I got a feeling, like you said a minute ago, once we actually if we get the move down, I think it's going to be a pretty drastic move. Then I'm gonna regret taking profit at 400 or whatever it's going to be at. I really want 400. So we're going to move this
4, 2, 1. Nasty candle close. Now give me some.
We got the close finally below the zone. So let's see what happens here. Of course, we're coming right back to the zone. CBD is negative 6,500, kind of just hanging between 65 and 64. 64, 66. It almost, we saw a pop in it, and I got excited for a second, but then it went right back to 64. So, Apple's trying to move, Nvidia's trying to move.
Friday moving average 51.50.
Tesla is holding up green still somehow. You beast, you.
Put slowing down a little bit, but calls just straight down. Nothing there to suggest any change in trend.
Just give us this low break. Low day break. We're calling it.
Here we go. Here we go.
We're still not there yet. We'll give us a push. 63. CBD is so strange right this second. It's kind of moving up and down, up and down. It's not giving me the clean pop I want to see here. 6,000. 5,900. This could be a fake out here, according to CBD. Oh, 62 again. They just moved orders down. By
there
the way,
we go.
We need this one order right here. There it is. Got me. $400 on that today.
Nice
so
job.
We
nice
will
job.
lock this bad boy up.
Nice job.
We got this count back over 3,000. We're up to 3,100. If y'all remember correctly, exactly 2 weeks ago, this bad boy was sitting at $900. And we've got it all the way back up to 31 so far. Just base hits. Oh, here's the move. 72, negative 72.
It's all right. You had a target. You hit it. Push forward. I didn't take it in any XFAs. I took it in a combine. Plus 600 in combine.
We got right to our little zone here and pop. See, they are going to defend this level. So
I would say flow suggesting fade any rip, but how strong are the rips? These rips can be pretty strong, so be careful, guys, if you're trying
yeah.
to jump in any shorts.
So on this account, I'm gonna look for. I would like to see the 5763 test. That would put us right in with the 8 to take a short again. I'm not just going to take a random short. So CVD is negative 7,200. So we need needs a quick little breather here for a second, hopefully. Then
Yeah, you could get a 5760 retest and then reject. That'd be pretty aggressive,
yeah,
but calls, nothing, just dying. Puts, rising.
CVD's rising a little, negative 66.
Getting a pretty good wick here on the NQ candle on the 3 minutes, so be cautious.
You got a nice wick here. Yes.
Get a follow through move up here.
Thank you, Roy Easy. I appreciate it, Roy Easy. Sometimes we work out, sometimes we don't. What's the little saying? I'm going to say it. Sometimes it may be good, sometimes it may be shit.
Cassie said I should trade NQ. No, I will. I will openly admit my first foray in NQ was not in a prop firm. It was in a live, fully cash account by old Roy. And I had Monty and Snoop laughing at me all the time, holding.
I wasn't laughing. It was telling me, hey, leave your money on.
Hold 1 or 2 NQ overnight. Sleep with a $250 point stop. Wake up in the morning and pray that I didn't get it. Oh,
Roy said in the chat, we love our health too much to trade NQ. Yes.
Yes.
I've already got enough gray and stuff working now. I don't need to, and I'm losing hair. I don't need to lose the rest of it. And y'all see me have a break now. Next episode of Bad Bucky tomorrow. Absolutely, Howie. Absolutely tomorrow night. Can't wait. See, I brought somebody over to the dark side with me. Somebody watched Bad Bucky. Roy just sits there and says, "Oh, I bet it's good." Never watches it.
It's football season, man. Now I'll ping it on now. There's no football tonight.
I have to take a break sometimes from football. I love as much as I love football, and believe it or not, when I take a break, it's from the NFL. Obviously, I love politically incorrect humor. You get a lot of it now, and it's great. Vince Vaughn is fantastic in it. I mean, just fantastic.
Yeah, I guess your local football team is what? Everybody like the Saints?
Yeah, I actually I grew up a Cowboys fan.
Okay,
The Tom
that's
Landry.
okay to admit.
Well, it's back in the day with you had Tom Landry, you had the real team. Jerry Jones came in. I hated the way he did Tom Landry because only coach we ever known was the point, right?
Right.
Did him kind of ugly, but then I was like, you know what? He's trying to build a team. I understand it. When he did the whole Jimmy Jones thing, I was like, all right. I mean, Jimmy Johnson thing, I'm like, all right.
Johnson, yeah.
And then when he signed Terrell Owens, I hated Terrell Owens because, he went and did the celebration on the star and all that stuff.
Yeah.
And he signed Terrell Owens, and I said, I can't support this guy anymore. So I went a few years where I was no fan. I didn't pull for anybody.
Mm-hmm.
Of course, Eli got drafted by the Giants, so I went to the Giants, and that's where I stayed. And now I'm really not a fan. I mean, I guess I pull for the Saints more than I do anybody, but
yeah. It's NFL. It's kind of when you're in a college town, it's just not the same. It just doesn't hit the same.
Funny thing. So Les said I wasn't able to join the stream today, but I definitely know how to short. Probably goes here. and SPY puts. Good job. Good job. Even though you can't hear me, I'm giving you a compliment. You can't even hear it now. So
He's probably itching to do a MACD turn up here.
Roy, you are right. Roy says Jerry is paying for all those sins now. He sure he is, isn't he?
Mm-hmm. Arkansas guy, isn't he? Old Jerry.
Yeah. Well, they're back, aren't they?
So
They beat
back.
a Auburn team, and you see Freeze just keeps doubling down on his comments. How do you expect to recruit throwing them under the bus?
Yeah.
I don't get.
It's a different era, man. You can't coach these kids like that.
Well, you never really been able to coach him by throwing. And look, I'm gonna tell you, Freeze. When Freeze was at Ole Miss, everybody we sang his praises. But this is a common theme with Freeze. He's never wrong.
Mm.
So it's always somebody else's fault. So that really irks me with that. I'm thinking about taking a short here, but I didn't get in fast enough. I like that 60 level.
I like the 60 rejection here. Well, it was.
Here, then we can add to 63. And then we'll move the stop now to here. So we're risking $500. We don't want to. I would love to trail it, but I just don't know. This might not have been the best one.
It definitely had a nice. I mean, it's a nice stick on the chart, but yeah, now it's over the previous candle.
Yeah, I really want to see. That's probably where I should have waited at, but I like that, and I'm not. I was too damn late to add to it.
I still think we get 5750 level. Yeah,
they're holding orders down there. You're seeing a lot move down now, though. So you're seeing some below 57.45, 57.40, 57.25, and you still have those exact same orders sitting at 57.15 now. Are these just iceberg orders? Are they efficient order? Are they real orders, or just exploratory orders you'd look at? Just something to throw down there just in case.
Right.
You don't know.
We did. NQ did bounce off of the zone that Cashy had posted earlier. It was a good spot. It was right at the 5-day moving average too. You got almost a 40-point move off of it.
We're not gonna let this go. I'm gonna actually put it this fib here. So if it breaks the 13, we'll cut it before it gets to that 21. Pretty good move here. CBD's come back to negative 58. Now it's going back to negative 6,000. So this could have been your reversal here. We did see these big wicks on the candles. It's not running away though, and it can't hold the break of the 8. That's kind of a key to look at. You do see your 8 is starting to move up a little. Your 13 is starting to turn a tad. 21 is still down. VWAP is turning a tad. So
your MACD crossed up on the 3-minute, and NQ now retesting 20,000.
Unit 20,000. It's actually holding this time. You said it too. So. Yeah. Wow, that was
a pop. That was a pop.
Orders just popped up at 57.72. So this is probably going to take me out of this one. I would say then we would look to. We were going to close this just in case it closes out, so we don't have to remember to close it, which is fixing to. So close. There it is. Took us out. Now we will sit back and wait. I do like the 57.70 area. I'm just not sure. These are two pretty strong candles back to back. So
Yeah, I mean your MACD's up. Your flow's not showing anything. Little tick down in puts, little uptick in calls, but nothing dramatic like the candle's showing.
CBD is back to negative 5,000. If you
So with
drop, pissed.
you're back within your Bollinger Bands on both NQ and ES. So your VWAP is 5771 on ES, and NQ still got a ways. It's 2069. 20,069.
Oh, you dirty dog, you.
Point of control, 5765.25. So that's where we're at now.
All right, guys, we got 2 minutes left in this candle, and I think we're fixing to call it a day. Roy's got some stuff he's got to deal with today, and
Yep.
I don't know what I'm gonna do. We'll figure it out as we go.
It's a tough spot here.
I'm fixing to be pissed because this thing's fixing to come right back to where we were.
I don't know. I don't think it's that strong. I think it's sorry. I think this is a stronger move up. I could be wrong though. Could be wrong.
Well,
All right,
anyway,
man.
guys, we've had a really good day. Thanks everybody for joining. The participation in the live chat was awesome today. If you have not liked this this video, subscribe, share with your friends. We are creeping ever so slowly up. So if we do get, once we get to 100 subscribers, we are doing a special giveaway. So we're still holding true to that. I'm a man of my word. So let's get this. Let's get us up. Let's get it going. Let's all make good money. Thanks everybody for joining. Roy, thank you for being here. Thank you for
Thank you, man.
level that we are above now by $12. So
it'll just keep dancing all day. So just whisper. I'll whisper it.
Tomorrow's Wednesday, so we will be back tomorrow before the big day on Thursday. And Roy, I'll reach out to you. We might do something different on Friday again.
Yeah, no problem.
I'll let you. But guys, appreciate it. Thanks everybody for joining, and we will catch you guys in the morning.
All right. Bye.